Alright, Billy here from MMOsurge.com. We're going to do a quick first impressions of Chivalry Medieval Warfare. It's a game available on Steam. I believe it's still $24.99. Pay for it once and then play it free forever. Very unique concept. It's has some elements that are similar to your modern day first-person shooter, but aside from the fact that it has nothing to do with guns or anything like that, it's all medieval swords, spears, and all that kind of good stuff. And it has really nice graphics, which I wasn't really expecting the graphics to be this good. So I'm gonna do a little video just to join into a game and give you a little sneak peek of what it looks like. Good amount of players here. Believe it or not, I was surprised. There's quite a lot of servers that are full. I have no idea how many players are actually online in this game, but there's a lot of servers, big servers too, up to 40 players, 32, a lot of 32 player servers. So as long as there's servers around, I guess that's good. Always have a game to play. Let me try to join one right now that has reasonable ping. Alright, let's see if we can get into this one. Alright, I guess two teams, Agatha Knights, Mason Order. One's blue, one's red. I guess I'll pick Agatha Knights. We have 4 different main classes. Archer obviously shoots projectiles. Vanguard, really rangy spear kind of guy. I haven't really played a lot of each one. I've played Man-at-Arms, Archer a few times. I think I've tried Vanguard out a few times. I'm going to go ahead and try Knight because I think that's the one that I have the least knowledge or experience with. Pick a long sword. You have primary, secondary, special. I like the throwing knives, or the throwing axe. Have a little projectile added to it. So you can go ahead and pick these. Join the game. You can change your class mid-game. You should spawn to the class the next round that starts, or whenever you die and respawn again. So okay, here I am. Shift, sprints, pretty much like most of the modern FPS games. You can sprint around and duck and all that good stuff. Not sure how much of that's useful here because mostly everything here is just melee combat. Okay, so we got throwing axe here. These are good if you want to throw them far away. Again, like I said, the graphics here are stunning in my opinion. Gameplay, the actual combat, maybe just I don't have enough experience with it so far, but it's kind of funny looking at sometimes. Sometimes the character models look a little weird when they're running and hitting and stuff, but I guess they're constantly working on it. They've added headshot abilities with the arrows, and there's also multiple combos and ways that you can attack. You can like thrust it, you can really go for the long distance poke, whatever it's called technically, and different attacks do different things, whether it's an increased range or increased damage or speed. So not only can you have 3 main attacks, you're also able to combo them together, which is explained in a very nice tutorial. Okay, are we gonna kill this guy or are we gonna die? Did we die? Okay. So yeah, I mean, combat at first glance seems like might take a little bit of getting used to. Personally, I'm used to just shooting off rounds at somebody. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know if this is accurate in everybody else's opinion, but at first glance kind of reminds me of the combat in, say, Oblivion or Skyrim or something like that. You can hold down and do power attacks and such. Obviously a little more as far as like what kind of attacks you can do. and I'll have to get used to it, because there's techniques like canceling the attack that you could probably, you know, cancel it and then block real quick or something like that to try to outsmart your opponent. I'm sure it's a lot more in depth than, you know, Oblivion or Skyrim or something like that. Alright, so I guess this game appears to be some sort of arena style team deathmatch. Once you die, you have to wait for the next round to be over with. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and change my class just to get something a little different. I'm gonna try out the archer this round. And, okay, hopefully I'll respawn as an archer. Yep, there we go. I personally didn't really like, I mean, maybe because I'm just not used to it yet, but, aiming with this was a little weird. Maybe I just have to get used to the game. And, I figured out pretty quickly to keep my distance, because these guys can get close really quick. And, it takes quite a few arrows from my memory to actually kill someone. So let me go run and hide like a wimp. Okay, there's my dead body. Die very quickly in this game. One really annoying part of this game is the battle cries. It was cool at first, but right now it's getting pretty annoying. Once usually one person does it, you'll have probably the whole team yelling at you, and honestly after a while you just can't really hear anything and it gets kind of annoying. But we'll try to ignore that for now. Oh, look at that. His head just splattered. Very great effects in this game. Graphics are amazing in most areas. They really did not hold back on the gore when you kill somebody in this game. Okay, so we just wrapped up the first few games for the video for Chivalry, Mideival Warfare. Pretty pleasant experience. I mean, it was very, very new, something very unique as far as, you know, first-person shooter. Well, technically not first-person shooter. I don't exactly know how you would even describe this game, because, you know, most of it's with swords and such, but it definitely has a very, very different vibe. Graphics are amazing. That's probably one of the biggest things that stand out, are the graphics and such. The maps, the scenery, everything was spot on. It was really, really nice and good to look at. As far as the actual gameplay, like I said, it's different. It seems pretty hard to get used to. There are some projectiles, such as the bows and the throwing knives and such like that, but most of it seemed to be melee combat, which took a lot of knowledge probably with your weapons, as far as how fast and how far away you need to be to hit it, and you die pretty quickly. Maybe one or two power attacks seemed to kill me pretty easily, and but overall, I mean, it was pretty good experience. I've only played this for about an hour total. Just maybe like 5 or less games, but you know, my first impressions, it seems to be a pretty fun game. One thing that I would recommend checking out is the training, which actually has a little bit of a story, has a little bit of its own story. There's a lot of little routines that actually I learned a lot from. Usually most training things from those games, little training tutorials, have you just walk and, you know, click on an X or something like that, you know, look up towards the sky and shoot a little metal in the sky or something, just to get your controls down. But this one actually has a pretty unique and funny sometimes and sometimes way to teach you how to use your weapons, and it actually did teach me a good amount of stuff. So if you do get this game, I would recommend checking out the training, because it was it's pretty funny, unique, and it actually held my interest. Okay, so thank you for checking out my first impressions. Just a quick look at Chivalry. Why did I always get that wrong? Mideival Warfare. I would recommend getting this game if you have the money. I believe it's still $24.99. There's a good player base still on. Great graphics, great sound, aside from the annoying battle cries, and very unique gameplay. It's definitely a different game, a good breath of fresh air from the Call of Duty games and stuff like that. It's got its own little vibe going on. So yeah, thanks for checking this out. Watch it in 1080p if you want a good little glimpse of how graphically how this game looks. Should be a decent indicator. It's got really good motion blurs and stuff like that. And of course, the combat's not bad. I think you need a little getting used to, but seems all right. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and check out MMOsearch.com for more videos and articles and stuff on gaming.